Whoa! Happy Saturday. Saturday. People having fun, doing good things. Is it an off weekend? It's an off weekend for me, but I'm still finding time to get those swings in. Heading out to the beach around 1 o'clock today, so it's coming out a little early to do that commitment, especially if you're looking to get yourself on fully sponsored teams and stuff. I think part of that commitment to your teammates, as well as a sponsor who's paying for your rooms or flights, entry fees, uniforms, is the least you can do is just go out there and do the work once a week. My challenge every year is 150 swings a week bat challenge. Whether you're getting 150 swings off the tee, on the field, just find those, because the mobility and you just continue doing those muscle movements is going to keep you limber and loose. So I do want to say I've been blessed. I've had the last couple weekends myself playing. Last weekend playing with my new team A1 Pavement out there in Elk Grove. I did very well hitting, kind of doing what I wanted to do with the ball. And I only hit one home run in, I believe, 15 at bats. We played 4 games. 15 at bats, had 1 home run, and it was a grand slam. And in Challenge Cup, I hit very well. Maybe not quite where I'd like to be, because you can get kind of you're always striving to hit over. I mean, consistent hitters, guys who've done very well, or high achievers like myself, I'm always looking for 750. I mean, 700, yeah, is the staple. But if you want to be considered in that elite realm and stuff, it's always pushing to be closer to 750. Had a good weekend hitting at the Cup, as well as a couple weekends before with the SB team. And the purpose of me saying that is it doesn't end. Sometimes people will get to a point that, hey, I hit 700 plus and 650, so they kind of shut down. They did the work to get their game to where it needs to be, but then they slow down that momentum. And I've noticed that with me. I've had some good weekends, but sometimes it's hard to get out there, and I neglect the tee. And then I can see me going below that 750 or just under 700 clip, and we all want to be there. And part of ourselves getting angry with ourselves, it can't get angry with ourselves or where our body is. You got to get angry in the sense that we didn't get out there to do that work. So it's 150 swings a week work. Another thing today, what I'm focusing on is an open field. I mean, being in a field with a fence is great, but I find a lot of times guys who hit BP where there's a fence, they're looking to see how far they can drive it and stuff. And sure, we all like doing that, but knowing the role on the team, wanting to break that lineup, stay in that lineup, I highly recommend the things that are going to stand out at times a lot more is you getting on base and hitting those line drives. Obviously, I have Cole set up, and I hit the ball where it's pitched. This is my 150 swings a week challenge. Secondly, what I like to do is I have some of these really old Eastons that are not the best Eastons out there in the world. And if you want that bat to be instantly hot, your senior bat, like this bat sold very well. We still have a handful of just 27s. It's a great bat. And I'm going to show you how great it is in a little bit. But part of me getting used to our bats, or just any bat, is I use these old Eastons. And I've talked about it. This Easton sweet spot is about that big. So for me, it allows me to find a spot in the batter's box where I'm able to hit the sweet spot. And I like to stand in the batter's box, not too close or not too far, kind of in the middle. When I'm playing defense or defensive players, when they see you standing in the middle, I think you're looking at more gap to gap, but you can hit those lines. When you're way off the dish, it's underhand. But sometimes you may have to go cross body to hit a ball down the line. And then you may overswing it or not time that, hitting it on the sweet spot. So for me, and if you're struggling going line to line or whatever, maybe it's also making adjustments in the box. I mean, and another thing is sometimes guys are way off the box, and for them to hit that line, they're hitting the ball that's not even a strike. Okay? So this is just my workout regime. I've already hit pretty much about 40 balls, 50 balls. I have my good friend, the Mad Dog, out here hitting BP for me. And, I'm thinking it's a 2-strike hitting. Another thing, every swing, what I'm trying to do is cutting it. I'm not trying to uppercut it, and I'm trying to stay away chopping too much. Sometimes we tend to chop. It's a hard pitch. So I'm in the middle. I'm working between all my cones and cutting the ball. All right. See, probably got him tired or out of flat. All right, so here we go. 150 swings. Save those for a little later. Those I have a mixture of balls in there. These are my A+ balls. All right. Yeah, I went out of my zone there, but that's all right. That tart would be a hit. Push it through, Bubba. Come on. Right. Very simple. Look at the swing. I wasn't gonna strike, but I'm coming through it. See where he's throwing everything outside. It's more for me if I'm off. See where I'm standing and him throwing that middle outside. That's always our left center, right center, 3-4 ball. Ground that. On the line with this. Ooh, cut it. Save those energies for last. Cutting the ball. You can see that swing. I was just cutting. And that's another reason, like I told people, things to work on BP. Some guys, when you're really deep in the box, you're getting that low pitch. It's hard to cut it here. And then if you're getting that ball to cut here, it's going to be a deep, it's not going to hit the mat for a strike. That's why if you pay attention, pay close attention to a lot of the great hitters in senior softballs, the signature bad hitters. They're always up in the box because they want to get it here. It's easier to cut. Uh-oh, we're going pop. We're going straps on. All right, let's go. And make sure to cut it. We got a little spot off on that inside ball, but that's a hit. We're going. That's the energy ball, guys. Pick up rocks. I'd rather you get the rocks before those. Dribbling that hole. And this is, look at the bat on the even. So when you go to that broken in senior bat, those balls are starting through the hole. Here's a light swing I'll do. Yeah. Cutting the ball. Sometimes working on cutting the ball, taking a little bit off the swing, and get used to it. See? That's a hit. All right, I'm going to go to my senior bat. So this is a 27-ounce little Mexican, which we have a handful left of these, and they're gone. This one probably has 100 swings. All right, doesn't matter now. All right. So a couple of these swings I'm going to take, taking a little bit off just to emphasize the cut. Emphasize the cut swing. You can still hit the hole on that terrible pitch. That, and that was even right. Well, probably would have been. Hey, Callie, we're at Oral Harding School in Hollister. You see that dirt out there? I believe it's easy 300 feet on that dirt. I think it's good. All right. Whoa! Look at that one. Those are the ones I like. I think that was an honest one. Ready? Ooh. 3-4. That'll work. That's another thing. I hit 2 strikes. I don't sit here like a trophy. You can still get the work putting your smooth without a perfect strike. Does it have a bad side to it? Sometimes. Because I notice sometimes I'm really hot at the dish in the weekend. And I'll get a little like nonchalant, pepper a hole like I do here, and I get out. So no one is like it's a big key. Alright, let's go. Good amount of ball still? Yep. Just let them come to you, Bob. Don't get in front of the rubber. Stand like stay back if they're not strike. So you don't do that. Alright, good. Oh, yep. Damn. Real messy. Very good. Ooh. Just cut. I'll mix in some power spoons like this. Another thing good when you're working out, find your power pitch. Like sometimes guys are DHHs, you know that? And he has a bad day. Your DHH, you get a 4 for 4 out of it, awesome. And every home run is fly. The DHH is primarily for you to get those hitters that are prone to hit those solos and stuff. You put him in a position where he doesn't have to change the swing or hit down or cut the ball. Just take the full swings. But also walk if you can. Alright? I'll go DHH. The ball for me to hit over, then you'll see it. Now I'm going to yeah, that's going to pay the bills in right there. So wherever you're pitching, go that way more. No, go this way more. Yeah, everything's outside. Just upstate. I gotta have to shop my place. I've been doing that. Yeah, my better hit that hole before. Yeah. That's easy. Once again, I mean, even when you're doing your BP, have an approach. You know, do 5 or 7 balls leading off, 5 balls with guys on second and third. You know, as a DHH. You know, right now, the swings I'm thinking right now, doesn't even have to be a DHH. It could be first and second, first and third, 2 outs. It's a big part of good BP, putting yourself in that mindset. So when you're in the game, it's not a surprise. So right now, what I'm going to do is say runners on first and second. Runners on first and second. I'll say first and third, 2 outs. And I'm the 7th run. Okay? And the home run's good. Base hit's even better. But you get the home run for 7 is good. Let's go. So, you know, this position, I'm looking for the ball to be belt high. To drive it more. 3-1. Never swing 3-1. That's my opinion. That's 300. Easy. Yeah, I didn't hit it. Gonna start over. Huh?
5 more.
Get that one behind you. So I got 6 balls. First and third, 6 balls. And like I said, you got to put yourself in the mindset for BP. That's a good approach and work. So your best hitters, I feel, there isn't so much react. They got an approach. They got a plan. That's why a lot of times you'll see them. You know, you'll see great hitters with this. See what the defense is giving them. Have an approach. First and third, 2 outs. I'm 7. All right. That's a hit. Get it down. He tienes a... Oh, I tried to drive it, but I got enough Bobcat. That works. How many you got? 3? 4, all right. Thank you. 2 out. Oh, look at that. Probably about 340, maybe. I don't know. As I said, listen to that ball here. Easy to drive. Try to jab or hit it out. We got 1 7, the first 7. We got 3 more balls. Let's go. I'm gonna stay with him. Sure. When we get it belt higher, either the drive or hit a line drive. Ooh. It carries over to your ball game. 27 ounce, a little Mexican 3/4. Oh, I dug that one out. The dirt. Take that back. How many? Last one?
Yeah.
Last one. That's 5 for 5. That's a good day. Now, we'll call this the 7th inning. That's another thing. Approach, put yourself in position, 7th inning, no outs or whatever. Play a game, 7th inning. Always get your mind in a mindset. Approaches the BP isn't just going out there and just hitting. But it's hitting situations, scenarios like you did in baseball. Because it carries over here. I got 2 guys on. We'll do this here. Because I love the game that way. We'll say we have 2nd and 3rd. I'm the winning run. Tying runs on 2nd, 2 outs in the 7th inning. Base hit ties it, home run wins. So a lot of times guys are thinking game winning to make it happen. I'm just thinking because of my work, get that ball, to drive it, and give a free swing. If not, hit it hard. Ooh, I wasn't the best ball, but that's good. That worked. So, happy Saturday. I'm here with California Bats, the little Mexican. Going to have a lot of new bats coming out mid-April. We're going to have the new Witty bat. You're going to have my bat. You're going to have the Mika May bat. I'm sure we're going to have the BSC and the other ones coming out. You're going to see California Bats going out there to the Black Worlds, BSC, so I'm looking forward to that. And we're also going to be playing a qualifier with A1. I know I'll be in Indiana in July. We have Rockin' Renos. So it's looking good. Feel free to message me. I love when people message me, ask me questions about BP and stuff. Because when you're getting better, it builds the divisions. And when you're getting better, it makes it more competitive for a lot of those players that are looking for a competitive game. Just because you didn't play conference or B or C, if you're keeping yourself in shape, you're going to be able to compete with those guys at another level. I shared, I pretty much was just a B player. And playing senior softball, I was able to play with and against a lot more ex-majors, AA guys on a regular basis. But staying fit, putting in the work, and the availability of players, you're going to get opportunity too if you want that opportunity. In softball, like golf, there are special things, guys who hit the ball 500 feet or whatever. But when it comes to playing between the lines, getting base hits, and playing defense, if you want to play with the elite, play with the best, a lot of you are capable, but you just got to do a little bit of work. Sometimes I see that kind of distinguishes that guy, the major plus player, to the AAA guy. The major plus player is going to do their work this way because they want to battle on that field. AAA guy, and there's nothing wrong because to each his own, may do it a lot more simpler approach. Just come out, a lot more talking, you got the tunes, you got the alcohol, you got all that, just kind of going out. It's like going to the gym. Your major place players, they're going to the gym and they're getting their work in, and that's talk. More to themselves. And then you have the other guys, the gym rats, just kind of come in and do this, do that, and they're in and out. But thanks for watching. Ask questions. We got a lot of new bats coming out. Our bats are, from what I heard, we sold out at Smash It Sports. So thank you all for taking the time to give our bats a chance and selling us out at Smash It Sports. And we have, I think, a handful left from our primary order. And we're expecting some more. So if you ordered some bats, give it a little time. Gonna have a new logo, new look to the California Love. I'm very excited. Welcome to 2026 season. I'm Leroy Dozell, the little Mexican. Subscribe and like. Be nice to each other, and Help your homeboy, your buddy.